Hi, I'm Lisa Murray from Creativity Lab, and in today's episode of Business Alchemy, we're going to talk about finding your passion, because this is something that a lot of people have a lot of angst about. And here's a couple of things I know about it. First of all, it's very rarely ever one thing. And what people call their passion, well, if we were to go into the energetic meaning of the word, passion is, Christ being nailed to the cross. It may not be the thing you're actually seeking. What most people are seeking when they're talking about this is to have work that they love and to be able to get paid for that work. And here's the thing, you do want to, if you're going to start a business, you do want to do something that you love and you do want to get paid for that. But if you're very frustrated about not getting paid for it or not finding that work, and it comes up both ways actually, then I've got a few tips for you that might make it a little bit easier. And the first one is literally stop saying, I can't find it. Because a lot of us do this. And I remember when I had corporate jobs and I was always looking for, well, what am I going to do when I have a business? And I always thought I didn't have any ideas. And all the time that I kept going, I don't have any ideas, that's what I had. No ideas. So literally your point of view creates your reality. So if you would like to find something that does work for you, you need to start asking, okay, so what would be fun for me? What would be easy for me? What would be playful? What could I get paid for? And you need to ask it as a question rather than always going, I can't find it. So that's the first thing. The second part of this is actually becoming a lot more curious and a lot more playful than maybe you've ever been since you were a little kid. Because what happens is we forget what we love. I forgot that I loved writing. And when I first started writing, after probably 20 years of only ever writing for work, all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much fun this is for me. So you need to actually be curious. You need to explore the things that maybe have some possibility of turning into something else. Because most people want to get the answer and then create the business and not actually go on the adventure of finding out what it is. So what if you started to ask, well, what would be easy? What would be fun for me? And what could people pay me for? And the funny thing is that when you start asking that question, what happens is the things that, could be part of your passion, could be part of what you love as your work, actually start to become obvious. If you were to write a list right now of everything that's easy for you that no one else can do very easily, everything that you love doing that's actually, really joyful for you, that you'd be happy to get paid for. Because, it's not always that you want to get paid for it. For many years, a friend and I would cook together and people would always say, oh, you should open a restaurant. And I couldn't think of anything worse because we loved cooking. We loved cooking together. We loved cooking with a glass of wine in our hand, and we did not want to open a restaurant. So you've got to look at, are you going to be happy to do this every day? Are you going to be happy to do it when someone else is calling the shots? There's lots of questions to look at in here. And one of the things that I've noticed about all of this is that all of the ideas that I've come to, that I've really enjoyed, that have really made me happy, that I've kept going with in my business, there's always been something really obvious about it when I looked back. So you might want to look at, ask people, what would be really obvious for me to do? And ask them what they know about this, because sometimes people outside of you can actually see who you are better than you can. So every episode, I give you a question. So what is today's question? What I want you to ask is, what am I great at? And what is easy for me? And what is it that I love that I haven't yet acknowledged? Because when you actually get to that point of acknowledging those things, and you might write a list for each of those three things, you will start to see some new possibilities. And then once you've got a sense of where you could start, rather than trying to get the right answer, just ask, okay, so where can I start even though this seems to be impossible? Because at the beginning it always feels impossible, but it never ever is. So thank you so much for joining me today on Business Alchemy. I'm Lisa Murray. You can find out more at creativitylab.tv.